raining, all right. So they pushed, good morning.
Why do you keep doing that?
Because I say good morning so corny that it makes me feel like really corny, so then I go good morning and make it even more corny. Race day, Orlando, almost said Tampa, we're in Orlando. They pushed everything back. Normally we have free practice. No free practice today, goes right in time qualifying at like 2:30, so I'm assuming the track's tarped right now. So we got all day to hang out. It is 9:30. We got 5 hours until I even ride. Yeah, if it's wet, it's wet, who cares? Everyone's got to ride it, right? If it's, ooh, that'll be an issue.
That'll be an issue.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but that was definitely some lightning. No free practice will benefit me as well. Less time to learn the track, I think, is always good for me. Hey, it's warm. It's still warm. 70-something degrees. Get to lounge at the pool tomorrow and Monday. Can't complain. What's up, guys? Gonna tell you a little bit about the chair that I use in the majority of my intros and outros for my videos. This is the Mavix M9 gaming chair in white. A couple things I really love about this chair. You have the DVL system, which is the dynamic variable lumbar system. Coming from a motocross background, I'm sure you guys can relate. I have a ton of lower back pain all the time. It's very difficult for me to get comfortable, whether it be in a car, on a plane, sitting in an office or gaming chair. The DVL system adds that extra bit of adjustment for you and really makes this thing comfortable to sit in for hours on end. Another cool thing about this chair is the Cool Gel M foam that you're sitting on never gets warm, always stays cool. Super comfortable to sit in for an extended period of time. I know a lot of chairs you sit in and you start to overheat, you get uncomfortable. I'm used to sitting on uncomfortable seats, racing Supercross and motocross, so it is really nice to plop down on this thing for a few hours, to have it stay cool, to have that DVL system to support your back, and to have all the other adjustments of this chair. I urge you guys to go to mavix.com/AJMavix. Get yourself one of these bad boys. There's a couple different color options you guys can choose from. And if you guys want to take that comfortability to the next level, use code AJMavix and you get yourself a free footrest when you order one of these bad boys. Jason, can I pay you to do this?
What do you want me to do?
I'll pay you to do this.
Well, start with the most awkward spot. Like, start with the edges. It's like building a puzzle, dude. Well, you don't start with the middle pieces and work your way out. Like, what are you doing?
Because I thought that was the easiest one.
You thought wrong. I normally start with these. This is the one that's going to dictate most of your placement.
Okay.
I'll walk you through this.
Well, it's not so far.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, I feel like the bubbles that I have, he'll be able to work right out. I sure hope they have it tarp.
Yeah,
be tacky. How's the weather? It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain.
These are delicious, dude.
They're so good.
Oh, hey. I was expecting... I can't describe it that well. All I can describe it as is like it's like a dark brown, slippery, crappy dirt. Daytona has it. Where else did we race in Florida? Tampa had it. We got a wind factor. Wind, yeah, really big time wind. That looks like clay, which is good, I guess. I think that'll be better. It's wet. Practice is going to be a mess, but that's okay. We got two massive Supercross triples, which normally would make things easy, but in conditions where it's this wet, that could be really scary. We'll see. As long as no more rain comes, I think we'll be all right. A couple 90-degree turns, but the 90s that are here look like fast 90s, not like really awkward stop and go type turns like last race. And then the rhythm, you know, the long rhythm looks flowy into a triple, into a nice big bull turn, into whoops. This track definitely, I'd say, is better. What's up? How are you? You have an okay week?
Yeah, I didn't ride, but it was all right.
Staying away from all the idiots?
Yeah, trying to stay off the internet.
I got attacked because my analysis on it was defending you, kind of.
Yeah, Tony said you did a video. I haven't been on the computer.
Yeah, it just basically put, you know, half the blame on you and half on Justin for pulling the trigger on a jump that he shouldn't have made space in the spot where there wasn't space.
Yeah.
And everyone freaking lit me up. I'm like,
well, thanks for.
We're just in a world where people attack everybody for
they
no
love
reason.
the excuse. They just talk.
They go nuts on somebody for nothing. It sucks.
What do you think it's gonna be? It's hard to tell.
I don't know, this dirt, I thought it was gonna be like the dark, weird Florida dirt. Yeah. I didn't expect it to be whatever this is.
Did you watch Orlando 07?
I was just watching it coincidentally. I didn't know that this
same
is
track.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
it looks like they tried to make it to where we're gonna be doing the same stuff if it dries up. But those guys were just saying it's gonna rain again.
Tonight?
Like now in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah. I'm sure you're in the same boat. I just either a full-on mudder or not at all.
Like in between the rhythms is,
and then everyone's still got to jump everything. It's like, All right, good luck. Good luck, man. Looks good. Dirt looks good. Layout looks good. It's gonna be gnarly because it's gonna be soft. There's just a lot of standing water. But it'll be cool. I'm pumped. If the weather stays like this, if it doesn't, who cares? And I tell you what, I've watched the 07 race with Stewart and Carmichael battling probably 15 to 20 times. So I'm pretty familiar with this track.
like when you get done riding.
No free practice, so going up time qualifying. So that you guys will watch 2 practice sessions on the GoPro.
What did you just do?
Jam my thumb.
Oh, come on, bro.
New wrap for the weekend. Pretty cool.
Just keep it at an arm's length.
Yeah, I can't get any closer because I didn't wrap it that way. It doesn't look that good. But it looks good from a distance.
Hey, I'll carry the cart.
Hey, what round do you think we'll do a clutch?
What round do you want to do a clutch? You tell me when it's ready.
I feel like it's starting maybe like 2 more rounds.
2 more rounds?
Yeah.
I don't think you'll feel it 2 rounds prior, but we'll do it.
Nothing like a GNCC before we get to the one.
Like a Blackwater 500, get there.
I was trying to stay clean and then I just gave up on it.
How's it looking?
Sketchy.
Overall, I think this practice is going to be a good way to learn the track. Go out in second practice. I think we're going to have something real nice, and it's going to be a nice race night. Yes, sir.
toasty out there. What do you see? I was lined up next to Enchignap. I go, hey Adam, give us an intro us into this practice quick. He intros us in for like a minute. Talks about track conditions. Yeah, it was hilarious. Everyone's like dead quiet, being all focused, and he's just introing us into the practice. What a mess. What a freaking mess. So from a fan's perspective, tarping the track is a good decision because we can actually jump obstacles, but it makes it way more dangerous because what happens, the top layer where the tarp is, where the water runs off, so the jump faces, the corners, the landings are dry as a bone. There's actually dust coming up. And then the pockets of everything is a slimy mess. Slimy freaking mess. So like, it's forming these crazy square edges that like is exactly what broke Roxon's arm in 2018? When he catapulted himself. That was because they tarped it earlier in the day, really wet in the pocket, really dry in the faces. It forms these crazy square edges. So we're actually going stiffer with the suspension. I felt as good as you could have possibly maybe felt, and smooth. I was standing up like crazy. It was tough, really tough. There's one rhythm I have to do. It's an on-off triple-double before the big Supercross triple. I saw Cade do it. I'm sure there was other guys doing it. Once I do that, that'll get me a second and a half further up the board, clean up some other stuff. It'll be all right. The sense of urgency was higher because it just like gets thrown right out there. So I wanted to get a time up on the board, and I think that made me lose focus a little bit in the potential of like doing some jumps. But it's just one jump I gotta do. I'm switching boots because these ones, the soles are too worn on the bottom. I can't feel the foot pegs. So my feet just keep sliding off the back, which is not good. So I'm gonna switch back my other boots. Then we just got one more time qualifier. Probably a good thing that there's less riding today because the heat will get you. Totally off topic, just thought of this. Just a little lecture here. I feel like the motocross community is getting worse and worse. So isn't the world. Stop jumping on guys' butt. I'm not even referring to myself. I'm referring to Dean Wilson, to Vince Friese. Stuff is gonna keep happening, drama's gonna keep happening. It's not the end of the world. We're all riding and trying our hardest. If somebody makes a stupid decision, or even a halfway stupid decision, calm down. They're human beings. I talked to Vince this morning, he's super nice. Talk to Dino all the time, he's super nice. These are real human beings, and I think that gets lost in translation sometimes. When people are like, oh, Tom Brady sucks. Oh, this guy sucks. Ken Roxon sucks. Those are real people that are actually reading these comments and have to deal with that day to day, myself included. I think the percentage of negativity on my threads, my YouTube stuff, my Instagram is, let's call it 0.5%, but that's 0.5% too much. You know, if I'm getting 1,000 comments, that's a bunch of comments you gotta weed through of people saying really hateful things. I don't know what that stems, obviously that stems from insecurities and issues with themselves, but just be positive and positive things will come to you. Think about it. There's not one successful person in this freaking world that is on their computer typing away hateful stuff towards other people. Not one. The people that are successful, even a little bit successful in this world, are the ones that are putting their energy to good things and being nice to people. That's it. That was off topic, but I just felt the need because I talked to Vince this morning, and it's like, he looked a little bit down, and I asked how his week was, and it's like, geez, you gotta feel for a guy. Like, he's just trying his hardest. Be nice to people. Yeah. End of story.
So, no grip on the foot pegs, is that what I'm saying?
No.
Good talk.
No, I think it's probably more so worn out boots than it is dull foot pegs, but I'm gonna try to just sharpen like the outer edge and like the backside. I just felt like my feet were slipping off the back. Thank you.
Good luck, AJ. Make the main, brother.
Hey, could you guys do me a favor? Could you lift that up?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Ride hard.
Well, not going through that. Tell the camera what we're going out for. We need an intro.
Alright, yeah, so we're about to go out for qualifying 2.
Qualifying 2.
Second.
The qualifying 1, you want to know what happened? What happened? Every time I freaking turned around, Cade was on the ground.
Every time.
Every single, that was like the first
track. Did you get either of them?
I saw all of them.
Yes!
Dude, first time with the triple.
That long time ago.
I'm like,
I'm like, whoa.
Because I was like coming up to it, and I look up and Bowers is like this. And I'm like, is he going long or short? So I gave it a little extra. Dude, and I should not, I landed at the berm.
Jeremy Smith did it in front of me and he went straight off the track.
Dude, straight off. And then
I like jumped the triple. I'm like, hey, where'd you go? Then straight off.
And I was going down the plastic.
Oh, is that why you
pull back on? Hit the gas, lit me in a circle, and I got stuck under my bike.
All right, folks, just wrapped up time qualifier number 2. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm pissed off, but in a good way. I feel like I had a lot more in the tank. My whoops were bad, but I'm confident I could figure those out. And then once we make some adjustments to man, every track has been so different. It's like last weekend was soft dirt, wicked tight turn, so really, really tight turn. So we went really soft. And then even before the first time we went out this time, I was like, hey Jason, we gotta go right back to where I was 2 races ago, which was our stiffer setting. Still not even close to stiff enough. This track is hard as a rock and like really, really square edgy. I know I was saying that before. So my only fear is if I make a big adjustment to go that stiff and then the track doesn't have those square edges tonight because it's prepped so nicely, I'm afraid to go too stiff. I don't know. I did the on-off triple really easily, by the way. And then I wanted to go triple in before the finish, but like I didn't get the nerve to do it. I'm confident I can. I'm gonna jump that. Northern Chill. Whoops got way slower than last time. I thought I was slow last time, but they got way, granted, they're tough. And I also tried a different line every time, which is not good in the whoops. Usually you want to find a line you're happy with and then commit to it. Boots were better. I actually had a little bit more grip on the foot peg. I'm gonna have to fire my mechanic though, because that was completely unacceptable behavior. I don't know if it was on purpose. It looked like it was on purpose. Drop my goggles face down into a mud hole, and then so casually just goes, well, there goes your goggles. Like no reaction whatsoever.
Didn't cost me any money, so I was like,
well. So Cade Clayson gave me his goggles, which I didn't like at all because they were like for mud races. So they had this black glue around, like not even the edge, it was like right in your eyes. That's a bad excuse.
But did you learn anything though? Like maybe have a second set built like everyone else?
Well, I don't account for my mechanic throwing them into the mud.
You gotta account for everything. I've kept you on your toes. Now you learned a valuable lesson.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, that's my bad. I went to go pull them off, and the strap hit the brake lip, and it just went whoop, and it spun around too, like it did the spin. Dude, and I went to go grab it.
You should have heard the gasps. Like everyone behind us was like,
the whole stadium went.
Yes.
I broke that but the difference on these is the sugar content. The other ones have 23 to 26 grams. So we trimmed the sugar down. There's more MCT oil in this tube, so the focus point of it is a little bit better. The caffeine tapers into the bloodstream better too. So they taste good whether they're hot or cold. Like it doesn't matter. Ice cold is the best, but room temp, they actually still taste good. So cool.
Let's give it a test run. Although I think you gave me a sip of something.
You did try the caramel vanilla in Texas. That's right.
Is mocha again?
Yeah, this is mocha.
Pretty similar to the other one, although I love ice cold. Like you gave it to me on ice, like in a glass.
Put it in ice.
That's the best way.
Yeah.
Hey, I like your hat. New hat.
Yep, new hat.
Nice.
Yeah, gotta bend the brim a little bit more. Those guys are super cool. Paul's pretty much one of the main guys there. Super nice. All those guys are really cool. Okay, so what do we got coming up? Dirt bike racing tonight. We're gonna go around a dirt bike track. I have a heat race. All right, so I'm gonna smoke Jeremy Smith in this heat. I gotta hit the whoops better, for sure. A couple goals here. Beat Jeremy Smith, beat Cade. That was my goal for today, was beat Cade. Can't let Cade beat me. Cade's riding really well right now too. So that gives you a little insight onto how the day/night can go. That's why the top guys are hermits and stay in their RVs or semis the whole time, because I haven't stopped talking all day, right?
Yeah.
All day.
All day.
And that's energy wasted. I just like to be nice and talk to everybody, but then you like sit down and take a breath like right now. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't eat until this second ago. I didn't even have time to get on gear until just now. So heat 1, hopefully the track's better than time qualifying.
How good was the track for our practice today compared to like the last few rounds?
Oh, as far as not ruddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, way better. Yeah. Do I look tired?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pick my nose in this debrief. I had 2 goals for that heat race. One was to beat Jeremy Smith. One was to beat Cade. Beat Jeremy Smith, barely. And I was in front of Cade for a little bit. I feel decent. It's just that little extra bit of intensity, and there's a couple spots on the track that it's very obvious. Like when Cade got around me, there's some spots where I'm dead even with him. Most spots I'm dead even with him. And then like coming past the mechanics area, he's so much faster than me, it's not even funny. And there's nothing there. There's a turn and there's 3 rollers. It's just me taking a break where I shouldn't be taking a break. Start was good, got a lot of wheel spin, but like really hung in there. Got aggressive around the first turn, jumped into the rhythm like when it was kind of sketchy, like northern chill. Where a couple races ago I would have backed down and rolled into that rhythm. And then my speed the first few laps was my best times of the day. I think I had 54s and I haven't run 54s at all day. I just got tired and then Cade got around me and I tried to hang in there. I'm pretty satisfied. Just got to fight LCQ time. I don't think I did anybody to intro us in, so I forgot. I'll have somebody intro me into this. Just lacking a little intensity. There's some spots where I feel great.
Track looks amazing.
The track is freaking awesome compared to today, and it's a much better race track than a lot of the tracks we've had this year. Dirt is good, so I'm happy like going into this next one for next weekend. Like, it's amazing what they did with that racetrack from how it was today. It's insane.
So, do you want me to walk away to talk about how stacked the LCQ is?
Sure.
Okay. The LCQ is gonna be legit, but you got it. Wilson, Starling, Heart Raft, Deuce, Tickle. It was almost Ferrandis.
You know what those are?
What?
Those are just a bunch of freaking last names.
You're right.
That's it.
Dude, listen,
That's the kind of spirit I want.
That's just a bunch of random names.
Well,
I've never heard of Wilson. Heart Raft? What kind of last name is Heart Raft?
That triple's so small on that side. Is it small? It's small, right? The little guy out? Yeah.
The thing is, that's the one section of the track that gives me the worst arm pump ever. So every time I get to it, I'm like, careful, careful.
Well, I get scared to like not get caught off the double.
You're wicked fast in the corner.
Yeah. I am.
Wicked.
Did you let me by? Because I don't think you could have gone slower for the race. Hey bro, 450 LCQ, dude. See you out there. rolling like there's two bikes, I was wedged.
I thought you might have rolled, but I was pretty far behind.
My conception of how far behind you were was way up. I'm like, I'm gonna get landed on it.
If I was that close, I would have moved, but I want to jump.
I was about to hang out underneath it, and I'm like, I don't know where he is. Ah, my toe!
You gotta be kidding me.
Okay, so terrible start. My jump out of the gate is good, and then the initial wheel spin on the mud, I thought I had a flat tire. And I think that's maybe lack of throttle control because I was getting overexcited, but dude, the worst part of the track is the first 10 feet after you get over the gate. It's so slippery. And I just sat there and spun, and then first straightaway, I was like, all right, I'm gonna be brave. And I jump in, and then all of a sudden, Joan Cross freaking launches into me, slams the brakes by mistake. I think he got hit, so it wasn't his fault. And then I was just like, I didn't get scared. It effed me. And I was so buried at that point. Made a couple quick moves. I think I got by Rod Bell in the first lap, which I was happy. Like I was pretty aggressive in the first couple, first lap, which was unlike me this year. And freaking pumped. My worst part of the track in the heat was like my best. Going past the mechanics area and hitting that section, and then the small Supercross triple, and then I was going inside standing up, was by far my best section of the track. And that was my worst part before. And it's nice. It would have just been nice to get a good start and like be riding like that a little bit further up the pack. What'd I get, 10? Yeah, dude, the track's unreal. Like the dirt is so freaking good. Starling made it. That was a stacked LCQ. What do we have? Chiz, Tickle, Wilson. Other than that, happy. Thank you guys for watching, as usual. Crazy amount of fans here today, and like the love from the crowd, even for Cam. Cam was taking photos left and right. They were telling me, no, AJ, we don't want to take pictures with you, that we want to talk to Cam. So yeah, right. That was funny, but it's cool. Like I miss having fans. So subscribe to the Patreon channel. I haven't plugged it that much. Patreon channel, community of riders. I respond to messages every single day on there, so you guys can chat. You can actually send in your riding footage that I critique. Subscribe to that. We have 500 awesome members where I work my butt off to respond to every single person, but I do it. Subscribe to that. Subscribe to Cam. Subscribe to the channel. And see you guys in 1 week.
Yeah. If not sooner. We'll see.
Oh yeah, we'll have some stuff going on this week, so maybe sooner. Maybe. But all right, toodles.